Hey, hi folks. So welcome back, and today we will be continuing on the skip out, and we'll probably move the bytes listener from the Node.js application to the Golang skip out now. So let's. Uh, I think like yesterday I didn't commit all my changes, so let's get started with that. Let's see what we have stashed. Okay, I do have everything committed as well, so let's do a check on what was committed. So refactoring Pong, and to a certain extent the terminal UI was also done. Yeah, I think a lot of refactoring was done. I think we don't need to go back to refactoring immediately, only when there is more sort of features that we add and it leads to sort of some mess. I think then we can come back to that. Right now I think like it looks good, so let's just push this up. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think like all of these are marked as done. So so the thing that we want to do is today is and today by the way would be a relatively shorter stream. Maybe it's 6:15. I might end the stream by 7, if not sooner. All right, okay, so we want to build commands, or rather uh, execute certain actions on commands, right? So something like this, right? So, and when we say commands, right, what does it really mean? So there is always bytes that we were building. So this is the one of the bigger things, right? And then there are smaller things, right, like which is like just text replies, right? So this can be managed using say uh, other services, right? So, and I'm not sure like how what I have configured so far, because like if I go on my Twitch channel here, let's pull that up. Right, let's see. So okay, so if we go to this section down below, there's a command section, right? So I think like this is something I always wanted to sort of set up, but then I sort of delegated it to the point where I'll just work on a bot and do it there, right? Like the bot would do this. So bytes was already handled with the bytes application, but then like these three things were not, right? So if I go to the chat and type in, for example, git, not sure if it does anything, right? Oh, actually it does. So okay, so the you see like the bots are fighting among themselves, right? So like there's Nightbot and Streamlabs sort of I think like yeah, I think like Nightbot might be configured to do the same as well, I'm not sure. And then like let's see project. Yeah, project is also configured. And then let's see what else is there. Social, yeah, it's all configured. I think it's configured on Streamlabs, which is actually fine. But I want all these replies coming from one source, which is the bot we are building, the skip bot. So I would take these values and then move them to the bot itself, right? So basically we'll remove it all from Streamlabs basically. Yeah, so maybe let's start with this one, the text replies, and then we'll sort of look into the bytes. So the way the commands are handled right now is, right, if we go to the router or router, let me turn this off. I think we want to go to Streamlabs eventually. Right, so I'll pull it up, but let's make this full screen for now. So what we are doing right now is we are just logging the commands to the file. So if we look at the logs here, by the way, we haven't started the server yet, so let's start a tmx session and then do a go run main.go. Maybe also source the environment variables, and then I do also need to do these two exports. Yeah, and then I think we can start it out. Yeah, it's working. And then let me try this again, right? Let's do git, and then let's do what else? Let's do social, right? The project anyways is, the project message is anyways outdated, so yeah, but regardless, let's see if the logs got updated. Yeah, it's saying first, so that's good. Okay, it's not storing these messages. Okay, this is interesting because these messages are coming in from bots, right? So it's got a command, but then no further replies, right? So what if I say hi, right? So how about we check hi is showing up or not? I think something is wrong here, because the file permissions also don't seem right. See, like it's sort of yellow in color. Let's take a look. So if we go to logs, it has a execute permission. I think that's why, but that shouldn't matter really. Okay, yeah, here it's failing, right? So okay, why is it failing? Out of index range, length width 2. Okay, I think this is parser.get message. Okay, let's look at that. Let's look at that here. So parser get message, right? So I think what we had done earlier is we were checking if the length was if it was greater than 2, right? So I think like this is that place, right? So, and let's see who is calling get message. Yeah, this is calling get message, right? So okay, let's for a bit just go back here, do we are not parsing the messages here, right? So we are just doing, you can just probably do fmt.ln, just print out the message and then sort of review what the messages look like. So if I go over here, okay, let's close this one out, create a new one. We'll call this skip bot. Okay, then let's do a go run main.go. So I think it should, okay, I do need to do all of this again. This is a lot of headache. Okay, let's see. So if I do now bang, or let's start with hey. So the hey should show up just fine. It's printing it below, which is all right. Then let me send out a message as well. Say hi, and it shows up on the chat, which is all good. The next thing would be like, let me sort of trigger a bot. I think I can trigger it from here as well. So if I do bang git, so you see we get this message. That's all right. What I'm interested in is that we get a Streamlabs bang. Maybe let's copy this over. Alright, so do So if we go to let's go to main for a second, let's paste it here. Yep. So, or let's take this to, is it in parser? I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it's here. So right here, right? So we get this message. So it's Streamlabs, which is the username, then the bank. Okay, you see, like this part does change, right? So that's why the regex isn't passing. So I think we need to make this dynamic as well, because this is a bot and this is running somewhere else, I assume. So Streamlabs bank is something we are grabbing. We won't be supporting the bot at all, but then like there can be other bots coming in and sort of posting messages. So this bit, right? So it's actually Streamlabs is here, Streamlabs is here, and then this bit can be anything, right? So this has to be updated, and that's it, I think. tmi.twitch.tv, then bang. Okay, so if we update this to be .star right? We don't even need this group, so we can do .star like this maybe, because we don't need that group at all. So okay, let's try this out. No. Okay, I think like let's try out this regex in regexer. So this is the text, I assume, or let's get rid of this thing, and then let's grab the regex as well that we wrote. So this would be right, something like this, and then we paste it over here. Let's see. I think this bit is not working, and yeah, that might be the problem. So can I do like a escape on this? No. How about something like this? No. Let's make this bigger and check. Okay, this won't be skip node, right? So this also has to change. This has to be dot star, right? Something like this. Let's wrap it in parents. Still doesn't match. So you're saying Streamlabs is okay. There's a colon in front as well, so let's add a colon. Okay, now it matches the whole thing. What if we get rid of these? This is all fine. This is all fine. Let me turn off the dark mode. It's really difficult to read. Okay, it's really bright. So is it matching really, or like how is it? I don't think it's matching at all. Let's add those braces again. Click a match above to display. Okay, it says Streamlab. No, it is matching, I think. So let's get rid of this thing. Okay, so the matches are Streamlabs, the first bit, and then the last bit is the message that we get, which is %. Why does it start with %? I don't know. This bit starts with a %. How about we check here? Yeah, there's a % here for some reason, but we can figure that out. So I think let's fix the regex here. This would be dot star here as well, because the word skip note isn't necessary. It would always be there. only thing that the skip node that would show up is this one, because it's in that channel, my Twitch channel, and that's all. So let's restart this again. Nice. Do run main.co, do a bang social. Okay, yeah, this time it's streaming nicely, the first message and the second message as well, right? Like it's getting the correct parts, and then Streamlabs and Nightbot are showing here, and I don't think it's failing anywhere. So let's just go to the parser, get rid of that. Okay, parser is already open here, so get rid of that fmt, get rid of that. Do a social here. Okay, I think like maybe Nightbot is just blocking this. How about do we do a, okay, we did get a message back. Okay, it's get also. Okay, why does this take a while? And we get a missing here. What's missing? It didn't get a reply at all. How about social? Social is working fine. Let's try get again. Okay, get is not getting a reply, so let's look at why that is the case, right? I wish there was an easy way to disable the TUI. I think like that is something we should look into as well. So if I go ahead and do go to the main.co, I disable the TUI here for a bit, and then go to the router. So we sent the message to the TUI here, right? So let's, how about just do a println here, empty.println message. This is which message is this? Okay, this is a formatted message. Okay, yeah, let's just comment it out, and then the parser we are just printing out the message, right? Somewhere we were printing it out. No, there's no println right now. So what we really need is println right here, maybe fmt.println message. If I do go run main.co, okay, this is fine. It's exiting because there's no nothing blocking it. So let's add a wait group. Let's do sync.wait group. This would be a wait group here. We'll just do wait group dot add one, and on that we'll just do a wait. Hopefully this works. I don't know, like if chaining would work, right? Okay, I think it doesn't return anything, right? So you can't do that. Does it return anything? No. Okay, so let's do go run main.co. Rather do it here. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's try now. Yeah, so if I now type in bang git, let's see what we get back. Okay, so what we get back is this message. Okay, I see the problem here, right? So it is starting with a bang here, right? So that actually means it's a command for some reason. I'm not sure if every Streamlab command works like that. So let's try like social, because like social was working. So maybe it's just that I've configured it incorrectly. Okay, this one seems fine, but then it starts with a dollar. And then was there a dollar before here? No, not on social, it wasn't. That's weird. What about, what's the other one, project? So this replies back without any sort of annotation. So let's just check Streamlabs on how it's configured. There's a login button, and anyways we'll just move this to our bot, but then like just to be able to handle other bots, we are looking into this. Okay. So I think it's somewhere within the bot, and this would be commands. Yeah, so there's git, for instance. If I look at this, I think like it looks fine, unless I'm missing something. I reply in chat. Yeah, I don't know, in case it has some additional characters that shouldn't be there. I don't see any problems here. What else do we have? We have uptime. Let's try that. Uptime. This message uptime has no prefixes, right? Although yeah, this one had something, but that's just an arrow, right? So that's fine. What else? Let's try git one more time. I want to see like if it's always adding that thing in front. Yeah, so git this time has a plus. Why does this keep changing? Let's try one more time git. This time it doesn't have a plus, it has a minus sign. Okay, I think yeah, I think like we'll figure it out. I'm not sure why it keeps adding those prefixes. I'm not sure if there is a setting to sort of remove this, but yeah, I think like we'll figure it out. Yeah, because like I know like we'll always have some bots running in parallel, even if we have our own custom bot. So I'll have to look into it, but yeah, let's not sort of derail the things just because of this. Let's just get back to get this running. So let's enable the TUI again. With that we can remove the wait group, right, and then go to the router, and over here enable this. I think this should be fine, and then it should start working. Let's try. Yep, and if I do a bang git, this time it works, but then like yeah, it has a percent in front of it, so that sort of creates a problem for it. Percent bang, is it a percent bang? No. Here it says it's okay. This is just nightbot. Okay, let's quit this. Okay, I don't know. Let's go to the router, or rather the parser, and remove the FMT message. Get rid of this message as well. The problem here is that like I can't sort of remove a character from here. The reason being that it helps us differentiate the commands. Okay, so yeah, I think that's fine. That's fine. Let's now look into the commands, right? So if we know something does start with a bang, right, like in front of it, because so we are putting the messages into the command channel in the parser, right? So if it's a message and then the message is of type command, right, like if it's command is basically a boolean property, and the way we sort of add it is that we run it like we sort of take the result to which is the message, right, and we check if it's command. The is command message, all it does is it just checks if the message has a prefix of bank, right? That's all. So and then we put it in the message the command channel, right? So all the messages with the bank in front will have that. By the way, I'm also thinking of adding one more page to the TUI so that we can have like raw messages and parsed messages. I think, yeah, that is something we should add to the README. Yeah, this would be helpful in debugging and all. Okay. Right. Okay. So if we go to the router here, now once we get the messages of the command channel, right, like one by one, we are logging them to the file. Okay, so let's go there, because this is where we had sort of stopped, because it wasn't really logging the commands in the file, and not even all the messages for that matter. So let's see. So I think we are getting commands here, we are getting replies from Streamlab, Nightbot, all of that, right? So all of that is, I think, working. Let's try one more time. Let's make this bigger. I don't know why I keep the half of the space unused. So if I do git, yeah, you see it showed up here as well. So let's now go to, let's now do social, bang social. Yeah, so I think it would eventually show up in the file. Yeah, so it got social, got command social, and then okay, yes, I think this is the problem here. Like it's doing a caret M, capital M, but instead it should be doing a line break, right? So this is something we need to fix. So if I go back to I think it should be in the router itself, because we are logging the command there, right? So we do a got a command and we don't add a line break at the end of the response. So we should be doing I think fmt.sprintf this would be a %s/n, and then there are comma here, and then we can just get rid of all of this. Yeah, I think they should fix the issue there. But yeah, okay, the priority is not storing the message in the file, right? Like that's one more thing that we have to do. But then like this is not the priority. I think also, like, to be fair, I think like format message should be happening at a for level, right, and then sort of used in here. So I think we can do like if and to this we can pass okay, we're passing the message, that is fine. So we'll say like if message dot command, in this case formatted like let's just do this, right? So if it's a command, then the response looks something like this, and then otherwise just do this thing here, and we can do like a let response, or there's no let, we could do a var response as a string, right? And then just get rid of the colons. Yeah, and this would be a message here. So we can take this bit over here, right here in the loop. Okay, I don't think that would work. but yeah, like I think like we can do it twice, but that's also fine. So we can do it here. So yeah, this would be command in this case. I think that's fine. We are even storing pings in this case, right? So I think like we should do that as well. So how do we check if it's a ping? If it's in the ping channel, right? But then okay, okay, I think like with ping, I think we can just go ahead with this. There's no formatting required as such. We could probably just do about a ping, something like this. It's one line shorter in that case. Okay, so this looks better. Now coming back to how we want to structure the command, right? So I'm thinking that currently we don't have a commands package, so maybe let's create a commands package. We'll do commands command.go, right? So and in here what we want is a package commands actually. And the way it works is I think we will have a JSON file, right? And the JSON file, the way it works is the JSON file works is it has a specific structure, right? So the type would look something like command, could be something like git, and then it would have a response, right? So it could be something like github.com, something like that, right? I don't know. I think like it can be as simple as that. So we parse this out. We pass this JSON file to a map for EC lookup. So it would be log1 lookups, and then based on the command we reply with the value from the map, right? Or just say that it's incorrect, right? Something like this. I think let's start with this. So I think we'll just store it in the commands package, this JSON file, I think, for now. So I'm thinking that we'll have just I'm thinking we'll just have a key value here, right? Like, because there's nothing else that we require, so we'll just do say like git the value would be something here, and then project, the value would be something, and then finally we had social, right? And then it would have a very specific value. So let's grab those values from, I think we will grab them from Streamlabs. I'm not sure how we can do like multi-line strings. I've never done that, so I will have to figure it out. Okay, I'm not sure even if these are multi-line. This was git. This is fine. We will get rid of for now the project, because the project is a separate thing on its own. Okay, so let's get rid of everything from here. till the very end. I think this should be fine. 1 2. Okay, let's get rid of the space as well. Yeah, these two are fine, like dot files and my the GitHub. I think that's fine. Then the project, let's say, what's the current status on the project here? So it was called okay, soundbites recorder. Okay, a lot of things going on here. We'll say like a skip bot, Twitch bot, handle various stream related commands. Yeah, let's just do this, and then I'll just put in its GitHub URL, right? So it'll be github.com/skipnote/skip bot, right? Something like this. I did spell my name incorrectly here, so let's fix that. And then finally we have our social. I think social can be directly copied over. Not that I'm really keen on having this social, but for now let's keep it. And since when is GitHub social? Okay, so this is all good, right? So we have our JSON file. Let's close this. Now let's define a type. It would be a type, what do we call it, right? Like commands, maybe. Commands is already the package, so I'm not sure if it would work, but let's try. Commands, this would be a structure, there would be a key. Okay, I think I don't think we can do this. I don't think we can destructure this. The reason being that these are just key values, right? So I'm not sure like if we can do this in Go. We currently have key values, right? So it's basically and the keys are not fixed, so these are dynamic keys, right? So that's the problem. So I think we'll have to convert these into how do we do that in that case? Okay, let's see. I think this will be Golang JSON. I think we'll have to sort of rely on reflections, hopefully not. So yeah, the keys in our case are not static, right? So that's the problem. We can't define a struct. Okay, let's do an array of objects. I think that is what we can do. So this would be a object with the name and value, and then this whole thing is an array. We'll do like a change surrounding this to this, right? And so let's do a name over here, a name over here, right? And we'll just find the colon and the next colon. Yeah, okay, not this. We'll just do get after get. Okay, let's stop this for a second. Okay, so okay, this would be name, or rather this would be name, a colon, this would be a comma, and this would be a value, right? And then at the very end it would be a curly brace, right? I think this one is fine. So I'm not sure if I messed up something, but let's see. Let's close this one out. Let's temporarily close this one out as well. So let's see what's wrong. So this is our name, this is value, and here we are closing it, right? So this looks fine. Expected object. Okay, arrays can have objects, I think. So this shouldn't be complaining. Just give me a second, getting a phone call here. So coming back to this quickly, because we are running out of time here, so just taking a quick look. Okay, yeah, this is closed in the wrong place, so that was one thing. Let's save this. Okay, it's still complaining. Incorrect type expected object. Since when this is not, have I forgotten how JSON objects work? Let's see. Let's go to prettier. Prettier has a playground here. I do use this for like formatting things. So yeah, it did work fine. So let's copy this over here. I'm not sure what the Vim is expecting. Okay, yeah, this did convert it into a JavaScript object. That's fine. That's understandable. So what we do, like a is this thing. Do a JSON dot stringify a null and then 4 and then just do a copy on this. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, this is like, I don't know what it's expecting. Incorrect type expected object. I think like it's fine. It's just complaining for no reasons. So if we go back here, right, and then go to our commands, now the type would look like something like a name, which is a string. The JSON annotation for this would be name, right? And then similarly we'll also have value. That should be fine. This is complaining because this is the same here. Yeah, I think it's fine now. I think all we'll do is we'll just read in the file and we'll convert it into a commands list, right? So a command slice. So we'll do like a function get commands, right? So this doesn't take in any parameters for now, and let's not return anything. We'll do like a os dot read, os dot open, I guess, open, and we'll just open the commands.json file. This will give us back just do a log.fatal. Okay, this is fine. Then we just deal with the file in how do we. Okay, we have to do a read all. Is there a better way to read in a JSON file? I think we'll have to read it in and then sort of convert it, right? So we'll do. Can we not open the read the file in one go, like open and read? I think there must be something on reading files, right? So I'm thinking like if there's something that does it in one step rather than two. So we're looking for reading files. This is open, this read file. Okay, I think we should do this. This will pull in the data as well, right? So, and because we'll eventually do like a read all, util.read all, so why not do this? Let's do content and error io dot read file, and we'll just tell it it's commands.json, right? So what does this give us? This gives us back a buffer byte slice. I will just call it unable to read instead of open now. So we take the content, we do json dot new decoder. What does this take in? The decoder. So decoder needs a IO reader, which is good. Like I think content is not IO reader, is it? No, so just a byte slice. And then it would decode into a certain interface. Okay, so new decoder would have been, I think, a file, right? So if I do, let's try it out once. So let's do os.open. Like this will give us back a file. We just, because I think like this can be a IO reader, and then we'll decode it into let's create an instance. We'll call it commands would be equal to commands, right? And then we'll just decode it into commands like this. I think that should be fine. And then we'll just do like a fmt println commands. Okay, so if this works, I think like we don't need to do read file and read all of that, right? I think like read a new decoder, the way it works is sort of just passes it to the decoder. Decoder takes in a IO reader. I'm not sure what it does with the IO reader. R dot something. Does it do a read value? Like I'm not sure how it does that. Okay, we are not doing great on time, so let's do that some other time. I'm looking into how new decoder works, but till then let's see if this value is working. So how about we just for a bit convert it into a capital G, right? And invoke it from the main.go itself. So how about we just do commands dot not autocomplete for some reason. Commands dot, okay, just a second. So commands dot get commands isn't working. Let's go to the commands package. Commands.go. Get commands is capital, so it should work. How about we start vm again? Main. It's not completing for some reason. Is there a like a oh, okay, yeah, commands is already defined on this, right? So that is another challenge that we have now. Okay, how about for a second we just call it commands without a t, commands. I think this would work, right? And then let's run this. Let's source in all the environment variables to export here as well, and then run it. This should have logged something. I didn't. Okay, it says that failed to read the commands file, commands.go no such directory. Okay, yeah, I think it would probably be maybe it's invoking from the looking from the parent directory. Let's go to commands.go. I'm not sure like what path it's looking into, so how about we do this? It's still not able to find this directory. How about we try like commands/commands.json. Yeah, then it works, but then it's returning back an empty object, which is also not good, right? Yes, okay, it's not able to. Okay, that is fair. This actually would be a command, right? And then so type commands is basically a slice of command, right? So this is what it would look like. Now the commands would be something like what does it say? It's commands, right? So we can probably do new commands, right? Does this give us back a pointer, or does it give us back? Yeah, it does give us back a pointer. Yeah, I don't want a pointer. So this is a slice, right? So it's a yeah, well, how about we do this like var commands is commands, something like this. So this is now, yeah, not a pointer, and then we populate that. So okay, let's try this out, right? We close this, and yeah, we get this back, right? So get this value, social this value, where's project this value. Okay, all of this is working fine. But we quickly look at slices and how do you like what's the different ways, right? So there's make, we can do like make with 0. Yeah, there's just make in this. I think like we are fine the way we have created it for now, so let's go ahead with that. So yeah, just returning the commands. I think like all we do now is return commands, right here, and this would return back commands. That should be fine. Can we do, let's say like, can we do commands something like this? Does that also work? I think it does, so we can get rid of this. And what if we now do commands is basically equal to command. Yeah, I'm not sure about this thing, but let's try it out. So this would put it up. Yeah, we don't get anything here, so that doesn't work. Or I did remove the fmt. So let's check. I think we were calling it in main, so we'll get back commands. So do fmt.println commands here, which is also fine. Do a go run main, close this off. Yeah, it's continuing to work. So this is fine. I think we don't need to make any changes here. So we have a JSON file, we have certain types on it, and we are mapping it to a JSON to a map we were thinking, but yeah, I think like it's not currently a map, so we need to do that, because putting it in an array doesn't really work out. Alright, so yeah, we will have to convert it into a map, and directly is not really possible, right? Like from a JSON map to a JSON object to a map on in Go is not really possible. Yeah, okay, let's see. Currently, if we want to access a value, we'll have to sort of loop through the slice and find its value, which is not great. So we have commands, right? So if we now imagine if we have a map with the command name and its value, I think that would be better, right? So we can make a map of string as key and string as value, right? So this would be commands map. What's the issue here? Commands map is clear but not used. Okay, that's fine. We'll do like a for loop, I think. If we loop over this, we'll get an object, right? So we'll do like we do a range over commands, right? And then in here we'll just do v dot name, right? So we'll do like how do we do this? Like commands map. Can we do something like this? Let's look into maps. Okay. We make a map like this, and then we do a key values on this, right? So the key would be, in this case, it would be v dot name, and this would be just v dot value, right? So I think that's all. Yeah, I think we should be good here. The only thing is that I didn't want it to sort of like do it in two steps, like first in a array, and then first in a slice, and then in a map. One go would have been fine, but I think like I'm not sure if that's possible. So this is okay. We'll return back commands map, right? Okay, this is complaining because okay, now how do we return back a map, right? Golang return map, like can we, what's the way to annotate it? Okay, I don't want okay or anything like that. think we can just return a map, right? I think that should be possible, I guess. If I do like map of string and then string, does that work? That should work. Yeah, that works. But why wouldn't this work for a JSON thing? Right. I think how would you annotate the JSON object in that case? Okay. Yeah, let's not worry too much about it. Go to the main. This returns back commands. Let's print it out. Let's do go run main.go. Pause this. We get a map where there's git. This is the value. There is social and this is the value. Okay. So let's try command, and to this we'll pass get, for instance. Let's see, like if this just prints out the get values. Yeah, I think it's working fine. Okay, so now that we have our map, right, so what we'll do is we'll just delete all of this. We will go to the router and do we have a connection here? Yeah, we do have a connection. So how are we responding back from here? Yeah, we are just doing fmt here, right? Okay, so we get the commands here. We have the commands, and then we'll do I'm not sure how we get the command. Like, is it prefixed with a bang or without the bang? I don't know. But let's see what we are storing in the log. I think we have a bang in front of it, so we'll have to remove that, right? So the way we'll do it is this is just the storing part, which is sort of redundant in both the cases, right? Like this bit and this bit should be sort of moved out somewhere. Yeah, that is something we should figure out. Maybe we can repeat the same case multiple times in a select, although like this is a channel, not a switch. Okay, so let's come back to that later on. What we want to do in this case is we just want to do fmt.f print f on the connection, and we want to say, like, with the response of this actually has to be a private message, right? Like, it can't just be a message. But yeah, okay, we'll probably create a function for that. So let's just for now do the command we are getting is cmd. If we do cmd colon 1 colon, I think like everything from index 1, but then command dot message, I think it would be, right? Something like that. And then what we do is we just access it from commands, right? So it would be commands, something like this. So we get the command, and then we do like a if okay, right? So if okay, I'm not sure how we do the if okay thing in this. Is there a if okay example? Is there a okay? Okay, we get a value and okay. Okay, I think actually I'm running late, so how about we wrap up here and then we continue on this tomorrow. So I won't commit this yet. I'll just come back to this tomorrow instead. Yep. All right. Thank you, stream. Bye bye.